Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashraf al-anbiya al-mursaleen. Muhammadin wa ahli bayt al-tayyibin al-tahirin al-ma'sumin. السيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجه. So continuing the lesson on numbers itself, we finished the lesson itself, but I want to just to go over the points to remember, just to refresh everyone's memory. And I will ask Sister Sakina. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi, Sister Sakina.
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, bismillah. Let's start for points to remember.
This lesson deals with the numbers. All the rules about the numbers mentioned before have been put together here. We summarize these rules under the following headings. Number 1, the rules regarding the numbers. A. Wahidun ithnani. These agree with the ma'dud and follow the ma'dud as adjectives. For example, kitabun wahidun, one book. Kitabani ithnani, two books. Sayaratun wahidatun, that's one car. Sayaratani ithnatani, two cars. B. Thalathatun to asharatun, the numbers 3 to 10. These numbers do not agree with the ma'dud. If the ma'dud...
Which page are we on?
Okay,
Please.
page number 29, Doctor.
29, thank you. 29.
Numbers 3 to 9, 3 to 10, these numbers do not agree with the ma'dud. If the ma'dud is masculine, these are feminine and vice versa. For example, ثلاثة رجال وثلاث نساء. You have 3 men and 3 women.
So what's happening here?
So in this one, so ثلاثة is feminine with the ta marbuta, and then rijalin is masculine. So we're using the feminine number.
Perfect.
Nisa'in is feminine, so thalathu is masculine. Right. Point C. Ahada ashara, ithna ashara. So numbers 11 and 12. Both these parts agree with the ma'dud. For example, ahada ashara taliban, ihda asharata talibatan. And then ithna ashara taliban, ithnata asharata talibatan. So in these parts where the numbers are masculine, the object is also masculine. And when the number is if the object is feminine, the number is feminine too.
Yep. So and both parts, meaning the units and the tens, are also corresponding as well. So 11 and 12, both of these parts are corresponding. 11 is masculine, ahada, ashar is masculine, ihda is feminine, ashra is feminine as well. Bismillah, continue.
Point D. ثلاثة عشر to تسعة عشر. So numbers 13 to 19. The second part agrees with the ma'dud and the first part does not. For example, ثلاثة عشر طالبا and ثلاثة عشرة طالبة. So in this one here, for example, Taliban is masculine, so ashara is also masculine, so that matches, and then thalathatha is feminine, so that part doesn't match. And the other one, talibatan and asharata are both feminine, and thalatha is masculine.
Excellent.
Okay. Point E. Ishruna to tis'una mi'atun and alfun. These numbers do not change for gender. For example, khamsuna musliman or muslimatan. So khamsuna says the same, regardless if it's masculine or feminine. And then mi'atu talibin or talibatin. So the number doesn't change in regard if it's masculine or feminine. Point F. Mi'atani alfani. When the ma'dud is mentioned, the noon is omitted. For example, مئة ريال ألف دولار.
So the reason for this in mi'atani and alfani, this is a ruling in regards to mudaf. So whenever a sound masculine plural or a dual noun comes as a mudaf, the noon gets dropped. This is one of the rulings. They haven't mentioned it, but this is the reason why. So mi'atani has become mi'ata, realin alfani has become alfa. Okay, and point number 2, is that clear for you, Sister Sakina?
Yeah, that's clear.
Okay, brilliant. Right, let me now bring Sister Sayyidah Huma Zadi. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Bismillah. Number 2. Sayyidah Huma, if you unmute yourself.
Sorry, sir.
No problem. Number 2,
The rules regarding the madud. The madud of 3 to 10 is majroor plural. Example, salasatu kutubin. The madud of 11 to 99 is mansoob singular. Example, ahada ashra kakaban.
So literally, there's 2 rulings so far. Is that the ma'dud, the thing which has been counted, will be plural. From 3 to 10 will be plural and with a kasra tanween. And from 11 to 99, the word kawkab, it doesn't come with a kasra tanween. Instead, it comes singular and with a fatah tanween itself. Kawkaban. Yep. Bismillah. Number C.
The madud of 100 and 1000 is majroor singular. Alfo realin. So it's majroor and singular.
Yep.
The i'rab of the numbers. Number 3. A, wahidun, isnani. These are used as adjectives. Indi, realani, isnani. Indi,
Translate as well. If you translate
okay.
the
Yeah.
realani.
Indi, realan wahidun. I have 1 real. Indi, realani, isnani. I have 2 reals. Urido, realan wahidan. I want 1 real. Urido realani isnani. I want 2 reals. Hazal qalamo bi realin wahidin. I have pen which cost us bi realin 1 real.
Correct.
Haza qalmo bi realini isnani. I have pen which cost 2 reals. B. Salasatun ashratun. These are regularly declined. Example, Indi khamsatu realatin. I have 5 reals. Uridu khamsata realatin. I want 5 reals.
So here in this B, so in the first one, in number A, so the word realani, indi realun wahidun, indi realani ithnani. In this case, the word wahidun, it's coming as sifa mawsuf for real. It's a wahidun is a sifa for real. And then in the second case, so this is in the case of marfu. Indi realani ithnani. So realani wahidun is khabar mubtada muakhar, and indi is khabar. So whenever indi normally comes as khabar, and realun wahidun is mubtada muakhar, because realun is not with alif lam. So normally the mubtada has to be alif lam, and if the mubtada is without alif lam, then the khabar comes first. So indi is coming as mubtada as khabar, and realun wahidun is mubtada muakhar. And then same in this case, realani ithnani. We're talking about number 2. I have 2 real. In the second example here now, uridu realan wahidan is changed from realun wahidun to ريالا واحدا. Why? What do we have in the beginning?
Because it's I want, which
Exactly.
is a verb. It's a verb.
أحسنتي. It's a verb, and the doer of the verb is I, and ريالا واحدا is the object. And we've learned in book 3 and 4, I recollect, we learned about the ruling in regards to dual nouns. So ريالاني, إثناني, to remind everyone and refresh everyone's memory. In the dual nouns, you have alif and noon with kasra. Is that correct? In the dual nouns. So the alif is the sign of, the alif here is the sign of marfu, that the noun is in the state of raf. And when you are changing the noun rialani into an object of a verb, as urido, I want, what do you want? 1 real. So here, this is a normal singular noun, rialan wahidan. But here, uridu rialaini ithnaini. So here, rialani has become changed to ya noon with a kasra. So ya noon with a kasra is the i'rab for the dual nouns. So all dual nouns, when they come in the state of a object for a verb, they will change to ya noon kasra preceded with a fatha, rialaini ithnaini. And finally, in the third case of majroor, هذا القلم بريال واحد, this is for 1 real. So rialan wahidan sifa mawsuf, because it's number 1 singular. But when you go to dual, هذا القلم بريالين اثنين. So here ريالين اثنين, the dual nouns, when they are in the state of nasb and jar, the i'rab is the same, but of course you understand ba is a preposition. In rialaini, it's the urido verb, which is fi'l fa'il, and rialaini is the object. But in this case, هذا القلم, this pen, بريالين اثنين, this pen is for 2 real. Is this clear for everyone? Sister Sakina?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sister Sadiqa Jafar? Sister Kulthum? Is this a refreshment for everyone?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Bismillah. Then we have B. How much is there? Okay, do Sister B, and then inshallah for the next one I'll bring someone else. Bismillah, continue.
Okay, B. Salasatun ishratun. These are ashratun. These are regularly declined. Example, in the khamsatu realatin, I have $5. Uridu khamsata realatin. I want $5. Hazal al-qalmu bi khamsati realatin. I have a pen which cost $5.
Bismillah, finish C off as well. Go ahead.
Okay. Ahada ashra, tesata ashra. These numbers are mabni, indeclinable. They remain unchanged except the word isna and isnata. In the khamsata ashra rialan, I have $5.
No, 15.
$15?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the khamsata ishra rialan, I have $15. Urido khamsata ashra rialan. I want $15. Haza al-qalamu bi khamsata ashra rialan. This pen is for 15 reals.
Yeah, $15. Now, let me explain this now. When it says that from Ahada Ashar to Tis'ata Ashar, 11 to 19, these numbers are mabni. Now, what this means, it means that these words, as you know, mabni, I've explained this before, means indeclinable nouns which are solid. Now, the next question is that, okay, they are solid, they're declinable. What is the harakat? They come. That's the next question. If they're indeclinable, the harakat does not change. So what is their, as you could say, preset harakat? What is their preset harakat? Their preset harakat is mabni. I don't know if I've mentioned this term before. It's called mabni alal fat. Have I mentioned this before to everyone?
No.
No? Okay. So mabni, ala means on, al-fat means fata, meaning that they're indeclinable with coming always with a fata itself. This is what it means, mabni al-fat. Do you remember when I talked about the word, I think it was the word ba'da, remember? You remember the word ba'da and
Yes.
amama? I said these words always come with a fata itself, ba'da and amama. Do you remember that? I can remember that. I mentioned this. So that is called these, and I've mentioned amama and ba'da, and they always, majority of the times, they remain with a fata. The word ba'da sometimes can come with a dhamma, but the default position of this noun is always with a fata. So this is what is called by mabni al-fat. That always from 11 to 19, they always come with a fata. Khamsata. So even though you could see in the is khabar muqaddam, khamsata ashar is mubtada, is coming with a fata. Instead of saying khamsatu asharu, it's khamsata ashar. Here, uridu khamsata ashar is coming as an object. I have 15 riyal, but it's still coming with a fata itself. And it's as an object. And in the third case, هذا القلم بخمسة عشر ريالا. Normally, if it was numbers from 3 to 9, we would have said بخمسة عشر, for example. Ashari, of course, doesn't change, but I'm just giving you as an example, بخمسة. But it's not. B is coming a preposition, but because the nouns from 11 to 19 are solid, mabni, they don't change the harakat, they come with one set harakat, that is fatah, and that's why they remain fatah, despite all of these three different cases or examples are showing marfu, mansub, and majroor. Does that make sense to everyone? Yes, everyone? It's quite easy.
Yes.
From 11 to, remember that
Yes.
it's one harakat regardless of which situation they come.
So these are all in the Khamsata Ashra Rialan. So this
Correct.
is
So the in the is khabar, khamsata is mubtada, uridu is verb, khamsata ashar is coming as an object, but harakat fatah remains fatah. And in the last case, is not bi khamsati, it remains bi khamsata, despite a preposition ba is coming before it.
so they are all in Mansub.
Exactly. Sister Sadiqa, is that clear for yourself? Doctor?
Yes. Yeah.
Sister
Yeah.
Okay.
Zahra?
Thank you.
Yes, you okay with that?
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay. Right. Can you, Sister Sadiqa, can you kindly come on the mic?
Yes, Madinah.
Bismillah. And then I'll bring Sister Sadiqa Asaria after that. Bismillah. Only the words ithna. Bismillah.
Only the words itna, itnata, in itna ashara and itnata asharata are declined like the jewel. The words ashara, asharata remain unchanged. Example, in the itna ashara rialan, I have
12
12 riyals. In the itnata asharata rubiyatan, I have 12 rupees. So this is feminine, so that's why it's coming with tamarbuta.
Yep.
Uridu itnai ashara riyalan. I want 12 riyals. And uridu itnatai asharata rubiyatan, and I want 12 rupees. Haza kalamu bithnai ashara riyalan. This pen is for 12 riyals. هذا قلم باثنتي عشرة روبية. This pen is for 12 rupees.
Excellent. So what so from 11 to 19, mabni, except there's one exception. So the number 12, the first part, which is the 2, that changes. Apart from that, rest of the numbers from 11 to 19, they remain the same. So here, ithna, ithnay, and bi'ithnay. That's the only thing. That's only one exception. Number 12.
Yeah. The
Number D.
ukud, ishruna, tisfuna are declined like the sound masculine plural. Example, indaka situna riyalan. I have situna 60 riyals.
Yep.
Uridu sitina riyalan. I want 60 riyals. Haza kitabu bisitina riyalan. This book is of 60 riyals. Miatan alfun. These are declined regularly. Example, was it Muratu? Muratubuhu alfu dollarin.
So
His salary
so
is
murattabuhu.
Muratabuhu
Yeah.
alfu dollarin. His salary is $1,000. Akhastu alfa dollarin minhu. I took $1,000 from him. Ishtaraytuhu bil alfi dollarin. I purchased it for $1,000. Mi'ata alfa. These are dual and are declined as such. Example,
Ujratuhu.
Ujratuhu riyalan. His wages are 2,000 riyals. Ma yuridu alfi riyalin. He does not want 2,000 riyals. Ya'malu bil alfi riyalin. He works for 2,000 riyals. Well, it's just a bit, I'm confused.
Yep.
How does it become 2?
So what's happened? So the word is alfani. So alfani, the noon, because as I mentioned that whenever 1,000 comes with ma'dud, so
Yeah.
alf is 1,000, alfun is
Yes.
1,000, alfani is 2,000, and
1,000,
the noon has been dropped, so it becomes ujratuhu it should originally be alfani, but the noon has been dropped, and the alif is symbolizing that this is dual. Ujratuhu alfa riyalin. Ma yuridu alfay riyalin. So the word alfani follows the ruling of ithnani and the dual. So in the dual, we have the alif, and in the state of marfu, the alif is a sign of raf. Here, the alif has changed to a ya. Ma yuridu, he does not want alfay. So alfay is now coming as an object for yuridu.
Okay. Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, so
as you know, that in the state of the dual noun, in the state of nasab and jar, it comes with a ya preceded with a fatha. So ya preceded with a fatha, fa having a fatha. Same in the case of the preposition ba harf jar. Ya'malu bi alfay riyalin.
Please clarify on this too. In
Yep.
that one, ujratuhu
Yep.
alfa riyalin. Where is it to there?
So alpha, the original. Remember we did on top, doctor. Over here, let me show you. This one here. Where's it gone? This one here. The original word was mi'atan and alfan. Remember, mi'atan is 200 Alfani is 2000. Alfani. So the noon has been dropped in point number F. So Alfani was the original word, but because Alfani is coming as mudaf, and there's a ruling that anytime, whenever any dual noun comes as mudaf, the noon gets dropped. So Alfani Rialani is now become Alfa Rialin. Ma yuridu, it should have been Alfaini, which is 2000. The noon has been dropped and it become Alfay Rialin. Ya'malu bi alfay should be alfayni riyalin. So ma ya'malu bi alfay riyalin. Is this clear now?
So we will use Alfani or Alfaini if there is no real in front of that.
Absolutely right. So when alfani is being used by itself, alfay, like there's a book in Arabic, which is called Alfain. There's a book in Arabic by Alama Hilli, which is called Alfain. Alfain, what does Alfain mean? 2000. So what he has, Alama Hilli, he has wrote a book consisting of 2000 fadail of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Okay, so Alfain. It's called Alfain.
But here it is Alpha Rialin, not Alfain.
Yeah, so the word alpha now, because it's coming as mudaf, and that's the reason why the noon, because it's coming mudaf, the noon gets dropped, so it becomes alpha. So if the ma'dud is not coming rialin, if this is not coming, then the noon is pronounced. So alfani, alfaini, bi alfaini. If the rial were not mentioned, then you would read the noons at the end itself. Yes.
So you
How do you know it's not 1,000 riyals? Ujratuhu Alpha Rialin. His wages are 1,000. Why didn't you say it's 1,000?
If it's 1,000, it'll be alfan. If it's a good question. If it's 1,000, then it should be with fatatan alfan. Ujratuhu alfan. Sorry, no. Ujratu alfun. So 1,000 is alfun. And when it comes to the fatah, alfa is indicating it's dual. The alif here, if the alif is coming after the fa, and you ring alfa, it means it's 2000. Okay.
Asant.
that makes it very clear now, Ya Maulana. Yeah.
What was that, Sister Siddiqa?
Yeah, that really, yeah, because I was thinking the same thing. How do I know this is for one? Now that made it clear.
Yeah, that's good. That's why I said to doctor, that was a good question you asked. So if it's ujratu alfun, then it's 1,000. Ma yuridu alfan. So ma yuridu alfan means 1,000. He does not want 1,000. Ya'malu bi alfin. That's 1,000. He does not want 1,000. G. Do G, and then I'll bring someone else for number 4. Bismillah.
Thalathuma Thalathumiatin Tis'u mi'atin. In these numbers, the word mi'atin is majrur because it is mudhaf ilayh. In these numbers, the mudhaf is joined to the mudhaf ilayh in writing. The mudhaf takes the case required in the sentence example. In the thalath.
This word here, the mudhaf takes the case required in the sentence. This meaning the first part, the thalatha, will take the changes of the harakat according to the sentence it is coming in. So now these 3 examples will show you that the word thalatho is changing its harakat due to the different sentences coming in. Bismillah.
Okay. In the thalathu mi'atin riyalin, I have 300 riyals. Uridu thalatha mi'atin riyalin. I want 300 riyals. And ishtaraytuhu بثلاث مئة ريال. I have bought it for 300 riyals. So the first one, it changes to dhamma because it's
مبتدأ.
it's
مبتدأ.
mubtada.
Yep.
Yeah. And the second one is because it's a verb, so it's fatha. And the third one, is it because it is mudhaf ilayhi, Maulana?
اشتريته, I bought it, but بثلاثي, because of ba here. The ba, which is touching the tha, That's the reason why it's getting kasra. بثلاث مئة ريال.
Note that thamani mi'atin is original thamani mi'atin. So it has lost the ya.
Yep.
The ya has been omitted so that the noon in this word remains unchanged.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Jazakallah, thank you. Let's bring Sister Mukarrama. Sorry, so Sister Kulthum, and then I'll bring Sister Mukarrama.
Salam Sheikh.
Alaikum salam.
Bismillah. The word alf may be a number and a madud at the same time. Example, Thalathu alafi riyalin, 3,000 riyals. Sittata ashara alfa riyalin, 16,000 riyals. Thalathuna alfa riyalin, 30,000 riyals. Miatu alfi riyalin, 100,000 riyals. In these examples, the alfun or alafun is a madud with regard to the previous number, and it is a number with regard to the word following it. So after thalathu, alafi is
So it's from 3 to 10, 3 to 9. The ala, it will come as 1,000. Thalatha to alafin. But anything above that, when it's coming 11, 12, then it will be then it will not come alaf, it will come alf. Sittata ashar alfa riyalin. Thalathuna alf riyalin. So it uses, the singular is used rather than the plurals itself.
Sorry, Sheikh, explain that again. So with thalathu, it is alafi.
Yeah, so you remember the ruling from 3 to 9, that the numbers will come as so 3 to 9, the ma'dud will come as plural. So that's alaf is coming as plural.
Okay, so and then after that, because it is
Singular.
It's ashar. Okay, so then it becomes alfa.
Yeah, that's singular. Right. So that comes back to the 3 to 9, it'll be in 1,000 alaf. But from after that, from 11 to 99, or continuing to thousands, it will be alpha. Sitta ashar alfa, thalathuna alfa, mi'atu alfin riyalin.
Okay. Shall I continue?
Yes, please.
If the number is mudaf, it has no tanween when the madud is mentioned, and has tanween when the madud is omitted. So, kam riyalan indaka, how many riyals do you have? In the asharatun, I have 10 riyals, or in the asharatu riyalatin.
Correct. So asharatun is read because the ma'dud is not mentioned with the dhamma tanween. But when the dhamma tanween is mentioned, so when the ma'dud is mentioned, the dhamma tanween is changed to one dhamma. Asharatu riyalatin.
So it's the same ruling as mudaf ilayh, because
correct.
It cannot have the.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Become ishtaraita hadhihi sa'ata. For how much did you buy this watch? Bi alfin ya akhi, for 1,000 riyals, or bi alfi riyalin. So in the first one, you did not there was no mention of riyal, so that's why it is kasrat tanween.
Yep.
Kam riyalan turidu. How many riyals do you want? Ishrina alfan ya akhi, or uridu ishrina alfa riyalan. I want 20,000 riyals. Reading the number. While reading the number, it is better to start with the units and then go to tens, and then to hundreds, and then to thousands. So if the madud is masculine, so it is thalathun wa arba'una wa kamsumiyatin wa sittatu alafi riyalin. So Sheikh, you are starting with the 3.
So
and
you
then
said, so you're counting 43. Thalathatun wa arba'un. That's 43. Then
yes.
500. Khamsatu mi'atin. 500. 6,000. Sittatu alafi riyalin.
Okay.
If it's to be honest with you, I don't know about yourselves, but those who speak Urdu, Urdu counting is so difficult. You need to be really good at counting because every number changes itself. Arabic counting is the most easiest counting itself. So if you're doing, for example, 6543, so if it was feminine, so thalathatun changes with thalathun wa arba'un, khamsumi'atin 500, 6,000, sittatu alafin rupiyatin. So is any change occurring in the first unit itself?
Okay. And if the madud is feminine, it is thalathun wa arba'una wa khamsu mi'atin wa sittatu alafi rubiyatin. So because of the rubiyatin, it became thalathu. And because of riyalin, it is thalathatu.
Exactly.
It was it. Okay.
It's quite easy. Okay, right. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Right. Does anyone want a 2 or 3 minute break? Does anyone want a break for 2 or 3 minutes or no? Everyone's...
I think we can go on.
Okay.
As
brilliant.
long as you give us a recording of this so we can recall it.
Yeah, it's recorded. It is recorded. Okay. Now, next lesson. Yes. Bismillah. Anyone have a question? No? Okay, that's fine.
No.